Hi there subscribers, today I'm bringing you an explanation of the law of diminishing marginal utility, and I've just been doing this in my lesson today, which is the reason why I only have half a packet of Jaffa cakes left, McVitie's, no less. So in previous lessons we've considered why the demand curve slopes downwards from left to right, and of course the very obvious reason is that for most normal goods, as price falls, quantity demanded rises. But for us as economists, there's another reason, and it's to do with this thing called the law of diminishing marginal utility. Now, diminishing obviously means reducing. Marginal, we're thinking about extra, and I'll talk a little bit more about that in a moment. And utility, another word for utility is satisfaction. So I'm sure those of you who are of an age, you might be aware of the Rolling Stones, and they produced a very famous, well-known song called Satisfaction. I can't get no satisfaction. You know the one I mean. So anyway, let's get back to the economics of it. The law of diminishing marginal utility is to do with the satisfaction you get from consuming items, and hence the price you'd be willing to pay. So, for example, if I were to take this is my first Jaffa cake of the day, and let's just try this. Very nice. So, this is giving me a lot of satisfaction. Today's sensation. If I was to, someone said to me, excuse me, how much would you be willing to pay for that Jaffa cake? For the very first one, I would say I'd be willing to give you 50 pence maybe for that first one, because it's giving me a lot of satisfaction. It's really, take it from me ladies and gents, it's really, really tasty. McVitie's, if you'd like to get in touch and sponsor this particular video, by all means do so. But what if I had a second one? So, that first one, really enjoyable. Let's try the second one. Nice. Not quite as good as the first one. Still nice, but not quite as good. So, out of 10, I would give the first Jaffa cake 10 out of 10, because it was bang on. And the second one, maybe an 8. Because although it's been nice, it's not quite as good as the first one. And that's because, and you'll know this yourselves, as you consume more of something, the actual satisfaction you receive, the enjoyment, the pleasure from it, it diminishes as you consume more and more and more. And so therefore, we can use this to help explain the nature of the normal demand curve sloping downwards from left to right. So the assumption is that I might be willing to pay, let's say for the first Jaffa cake, 50 pence for first number one Jaffa cake, because it's really hitting the spot. But the second one, not so much. So maybe 45 for the second one. And so on and so forth. And so it goes on. And so this is another explanation as to why the demand curve for most normal goods slopes downwards from left to right. It's because that as we consume additional units, whilst our total satisfaction is going up all of the time, the extra satisfaction that we're gaining from the extra unit or the extra good that we consume is actually falling that little bit, that marginal bit every time. And of course you'll know that microeconomics, a lot of our analysis is to do with marginal analysis. So we'll leave it at that, ladies and gentlemen. That is the law of diminishing marginal utility. And I say again, McVitie's, if you'd like to sponsor this ad, I say, the loosest sense of the word, then please get in touch. Bye for now.